Walawhala hia tuhane he tolo da walatala ke lata e me mama he aho nei. Kua manako e whahi moua mo e whakawhana whikau ke whakamanatu atu ko e tau posi fusika osi. Kua lata tonu ke whai leti o po ke VHF kua moua ke actually mui mo whakaonga ke o atua I ke he te whunga he tofia. Ka moua e leti o VHF e hao si whinatu ke he kautaha nei ke moua e laisini. Ke maiki a koe ke whakaonga e whakaholoanga he liti o VHF e whahi moua mo e whakawhana whikau he tau mga ho osi ka whinatu a koe ki tahi he posi hao. Ko e tutongi he laisini ko e uafulu mau e da lamo e limu fulu e sene he taha e tau mo e whakafou tumau he tau tau osi. Whakailoa mai e takitaki ko fou tā langi ko alata ke mailonga he tau tangata fusiika ke ka mau a manaki ke watu am tolu ke funga he tofia si he atu ke he litio niwe he telecom niwe ia ki a talahau hao hingoa mo e posi po ke call signal ko atu ki a koe. Whailoa ko e whiha e tangata he hao posi si whano halafe e posi hao ke takawhanga ika. Mo liu mai a koe he matahalo whiha ke he wafo. Ka liu hoko mai hawa posi ke wafo, si liu ke he atu he litio niwe ke whailoa kua hoko mai to ia koe. Wai puhala ni a ia he talahau mai e fau tālangi ke iloa he tau whenonga ke he funga he tofia ke he tau mga hosi. Mua atu he tau mga ho mase kelea. Mo he whai fuafuanga ke kumi atu ke a koe e mtakau lang matai ke he tau mase kelea. Koe mana ia kua ole whakalaulahi atu ki mtolu ne whai posi ke mailonga e whailoanga nei. Pe mai foki e Mrs. Fau Tālangi ki a mailonga whakalahi to nā kai tali atu e litio niwe ki a koe ke he tofia ka nā kai whai laisini e VHF radio hau. Kua whiawhialahi e ulu whaiaonga ko Susie Wells ka toa me do whaiaonga he aonga tokolunga ke tuku atu e tau manatu whakaue lai mahaki ke to whanau la lahi he aonga tokolunga mai halo tolu e tau paleko ke he newest speech competition ue awhi mai hongo fulma wha ne tause ai he ahofleile he whahi tapu kua mare. Tokolonga i tau amatua ne tolu atu ke whanongonongo mo e mamata atu ke he tau whanau halo tolu. Si a nei halo tolu e tau malolo ke lata ai mo e tau paleko nei. Ke lata mo e tau hongo fulu ko ia ne tu tolu ko Maravina si ohane ka e toko ua ne uka he numera taha po ke first equal ko Timarira Tongatule pia fukini mo Shailene toa waka. Ke e lata mo tolu he tau hongo fulu mataha ia 11 ne tu tolu ai a Nifi Paumale tu ua a Audrey Rusi Paka tu taha po ke kautu ai a Shaisa Lee at Laufoli. Ke lata mo tolu e tau hongo fulu maua a ia 12 ko ia ne tu tolu ko Bella Fuhiniu tu ke waaki a Ashley Pihingia ko ia ne kautu ko lau tilopa ene tama. Whakau ilai mahaki ma tau whanau se pia whakini mai tau mamatua ke he hamtolu a tau ngahua whakauka. Koe aho lotu he whahe tapu ko mole ne whakahoko ai langa pasikala whanawiko he motu hada tolu. Koe tokolonga koe whakaholoanga nei whole mole ne tausi ai he whahe ngahua whenonga i vaeva ke whakahohoa ki tau tangata ke vaeva mai ke he motu nei. Ua e langa pasikala lalahi he whahe tapu ko mole koe rally on the rock mo around the island race. Ka mata dua i e langa nei he hawha he mole mata hola fitu he mga ho pungipongi si whano hala whahe toke lau. Si a nei halo tolu a damalolo ke he paleko langa pasikala nei. Ko ia ne mua ke he wewehanga he tau tangata lalahi tau taane ko Simon Yates ko hana taimi ko e taha e tula le mo fulu maua e minute mo tolu fumataha e sekon. Ko e toa nei foki ne mua he langa rally on the rock he ahongofua. Ko ia ne tuua ko John McGregor taha e tula le mo fulu maua e minute mo e whango fulu mawha e sekone. Ko John McGregor ko e toa mai he manga mutalau. Tu ke tolu aki a Andrew Allen ua e tula ua fumatolu e minusi mo e ua fulmahiva e sekone. Ko e malalo he tawhifini ne kautua ai a Paula Suckling ua e tula ua fulmaona e minute mo e ua fulmahiva e sekone. ko ia koe tokoua he agai komisena hanisalani na nofo mai ki Niue, tu tolu ai a alana tuku niu, mo hana tu la koe ue tu la 5 minute mo 5 sekone, ko ai tan siosi kefu tu ua ke vevehanga he tau fuata i kiki, ua e tu la 5 minute mo 5 sekone. And a very good afternoon. Here's our news for today. The manager of operations of Telecom Niue, Mrs. Fo Talangi, said in her message to all owners and operators of marine craft or dinghy that they must hold at least one VHF radio in their boat that works. She said all boat owners and operators must apply to Telecom Niue for a VHF radio license. The current annual license fee is $22.50 and renewable every year. She also said license issued enable people on vessels at sea to use marine radio services of Telecom Niue when there is an emergency. She encouraged all fishermen to contact a Niue radio before leaving the harbour. You must identify who you are, the name of your craft and your given call sign. And advise Niue Radio how many people on board, your journey direction, and your expected time back to the wharf. Mrs. Fo Talangi also said Telecom Niue will not respond to any calls from any unlicensed VHF. The head of Niue High School, Susie Wells, is delighted to announce the winners of the senior Niue speech competition held at Niue High School last Friday for all students in Year 10, Year 11 and Year 12. The competition is of very high quality, and the winners for Year 10, third placing goes to Marawina Siohane, first equal goes to Timoira Tongatule and Shailene Tohofaka. For Year 11, third placing goes to Nepi Paumale, second placing Rusi Paka, and first placing goes to Shaisali Lofoli. And for Year 12, third placing goes to Bella Fuhiniu, second placing to Ashley Pihingia, and third placing goes to Lausilopa Enetama. And a very big thank you to all the students and parents. Last Wednesday, 4th of June 2014, the Round the Island race was held. The race starts from the front of the Niue Tourism Office at about 7:30 in the morning, heading north. There are two main racing events last week. The first one on Monday was the Rally on the Rock, and the one on Wednesday is Round the Island race. The number of cyclists that race in the Rally on the Rock event also took part in the Round the Island race. The winner this year goes to Simon Yates in the senior men's with 1.58 minutes and 31 seconds. He also took the Rally on the Rock race on Monday, and second placing goes to John McGregor, our very own Palangi, who lives in Mutalo with 1:58.44, 1 hour 58 minutes and 44 seconds. Third placing goes to Andrew Allen with 2 hours 23 minutes and 29 seconds. In the women's category, Paula Suckling, Deputy High Commissioner's wife, comes first with a time of 2:26.29, and Alana Tukuniu, our very own, came third in 2:56.46, and Aitan Siosi Kefu came second in the junior men's division with 2 hours 45 minutes and 50 seconds. Congratulations to our local champions, John McGregor, Paula Suckling, Alana Tukuniu, and Aitan Siosi Kefu, for your achievements. And here's the news from around the region. China has committed 1.42 million Fiji dollars, that's equivalent to $774,605 US dollars, towards preparation for the 2014 general elections following the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement with the Fijian government on Monday. The MOA was signed by the acting Prime Minister and Minister responsible for elections, Ayaz Sayed Qayyum, and the People's Republic of China Ambassador to Fiji, Huang Yong. The acting Prime Minister expressed the Fijian government's appreciation and said that the assistance from the Chinese government reflected the strong bilateral relations between the two countries. Ambassador Niuean said that China was happy to see the progress that Fiji was making in its preparation towards elections in September. Meanwhile, the first batch of civic educators who will undertake the voter education exercise were inducted Monday. Turkey is planning to open its first diplomatic representation in the Pacific Islands, Foreign Minister Ahmed Davutoglu has said, vowing that the country's interest to the region will continue to increase. The statement came from Foreign Minister Ahmed Davutoglu at the beginning of the Foreign Ministerial meeting of the South Pacific Small Island Developing States that is being held in Istanbul on the 7th to the 8th of June. It's another initiative from Turkey on the eve of crucial voting for the temporary seat at the United Nations Security Council. Recalling that the first PSIDS meeting was held in Istanbul in 2008, which established the milestone in relations between Turkey and the Pacific Islands. Davutoglu says important achievements have been observed in both institutional relations and in bilateral ties of these countries in the last 6 years. He also informed that Turkey provided $500,000 contribution for the third international conference of PSIDS that will be held in September in Samoa, adding he is willing to join the conference. The total amount of Turkey's assistance to Pacific Islands in 2012 was around $5 million. Davutoglu informed, saying another $5 million is planned to be allocated for the same development projects. A Tongan MP and academic, Sitiveni Halapua, says New Zealand Prime Ministers should not be skipping up the upcoming Leaders' Summit. John Key has announced he will not be attending the Pacific Islands Forum Leaders meeting in Palau at the end of July, saying it is too close to New Zealand's general election in September. He says his foreign minister will attend in his place, but Dr. Halapua says Prime Minister Key should be there. Dr. Halapua says New Zealand and Australia are two of the strongest leaders in the region and have an important role to play. This year's meeting is expected to discuss lifting Fiji's suspension in light of its elections, also scheduled for September. More than 200 houses were burned to the ground in Pugira by Papua New Guinea security personnel in the call-out operation during an early morning raid on Friday. There have been claims that the houses belonging to the landowners of the special mining lease area have accommodated illegal miners. Angry locals from Wingima village, where the raid was conducted in retaliation, attacked and injured an Australian man trying to take pictures of the burning houses. Though police sources said only 20 houses built from bush materials were burnt after they were reported to be harbouring illegal miners who entered the open pit and underground mines, local MP Nixon Mangab and several local leaders said more than 200 houses, some of them permanent, were razed to the ground. They call on Barrack and the government to compensate the landowners immediately for this operation and the previous operations, or they would take legal action. And finally, about 60% of all natural disasters that strike Pacific Island countries are climate change related. This was revealed by UN Women Pacific representative Cecilia Aupiri during the week-long Pacific Partnerships to Strengthen Gender, Climate Change Response and Sustainable Development workshop at the Tano International Hotel in Nadi. According to Aupiri, droughts affects islanders more than flooding or cyclones. She said long and short-term goals for ways in which disaster situation could be addressed needed to be implemented by governments. She said many politicians were not investing in disaster risk reductions, because there was no certainty as to when a disaster could happen. And those are our news for today.